With the launch of its P30 series smartphones, Huawei has once again set the standards for mobile photography. The most affordable of the lot, P30 Lite, has also gone through a much-needed makeover from the previous generation and now has a larger display, a triple rear camera system, a more capable 32-megapixel front shooter, and a lot more. Hey guys, Gian here of Gadget Pilipinas, and join me as we unbox and share our first thoughts on the Huawei P30 Lite. One glance at the P30 Lite and you'll immediately notice the differences from its predecessor. Starting with the design, you get gorgeous glossy finish that makes the phone look more expensive than it actually is. Of course, the trade-off is that it's prone to smudges. The dual camera module has been replaced by a triple camera system, while the lower portions retains the same branding layout. Huawei removed the large notch on the P20 Lite in favor of a dewdrop notch, which gives you more screen real estate. Speaking of which, you also get a larger 6.15-inch display with full HD+ resolution. The screen is very bright, and color saturation is just about enough to make things look lively without going overboard. Both the volume rocker and power button are placed on the right side, and if it even matters, you'll still get a headphone jack and a USB Type-C port. Huawei hasn't released a replacement for its current mid-range chip, the Kirin 710, so it's not surprising that P30 Lite runs on it. And while it's certainly more than capable, it's also getting a bit dated. At least you get 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. As far as daily performance is concerned, we didn't experience any major issues with the usual tasks such as web browsing, social media, playing music, and taking photos here and there. We also played PUBG on it and game ran smooth at HD+ high FPS setting. Perhaps the biggest change to this phone versus its predecessor is in the camera department. P30 Lite sports a 24-megapixel main camera compared to the P20 Lite 16-megapixel shooter. That's quite a hefty upgrade. And while it retains a 2-megapixel depth sensor, they've now added a wide-angle camera to its arsenal. P20 Lite's cameras were surprisingly impressive back then, and it's the same case with the P30 Lite. Well, in fact, even better. The amount of detail, sharpness, and dynamic range are just so good for a mid-range phone. And as for the wide-angle shots, you do get the usual fisheye effect on the side, but it's not as distracting as you'd think. In fact, it adds a more artsy finish. P30 Lite also has a dedicated night mode, but misses out on aperture mode. The depth of field effect it produces in portrait mode is also pretty decent and accurate as well. It also boasts Huawei's AI scene detection feature, which automatically optimizes the image depending on what your subject is. For selfies, this one boasts a 32-megapixel front shooter, also augmented with AI scene detection. P30 Lite runs on Android 9 with Huawei's EMUI 9.0.1 on top of it, which comes with features like Face Unlock and GPU Turbo, and the familiar visual motif, which is really due for an update, to be honest. Lastly, the device packs a slightly larger 3340 mAh battery with support for fast charging. Now at this point, we're showing you the hardware specifications of the Huawei P30 Lite. So far, P30 Lite looks like a worthy successor to the P20 Lite, and the numerous improvements it has received make it a great deal for those who want a phone that offers good aesthetics, good performance, and good cameras for a price tag that won't burn a big hole in the pocket. Watch out for our full review of this phone coming soon on gadgetpilipinas.net. Again, this has been Gian of Gadget Pilipinas, and thank you for watching. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, we would appreciate if you can click like and or follow if you want to. And if you haven't subscribed on our YouTube page, just go ahead and click that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you're informed if we've got new videos. So thank you guys for watching. Cheers!